Hey everyone, my name is Tammy Roberts and I'm the Director of Live Oak Student Ministries, otherwise known as LOSM. And LOSM is our programming for students in 6th grade through 12th grade. So this week we won't be having LOSM because we feel like everyone maybe just needs to take a deep breath. Maybe you've been in school 2 weeks, or you've been in school a week and a half, or maybe your kiddos just went back to school on Monday like mine did. And we are already running at a fast pace, and things are getting crazy. And we're also enjoying that schedule, that wonderful schedule that comes with school starting. But we do know that it gets a little hectic. So we're going to take a break this Wednesday. And we want everyone just to take a deep breath and just think about what's going on in our lives and everything we've got going, and really just focus on your family a little bit this weekend. So we encourage you, maybe have a special dinner or just push pause on everything else, and the time that you maybe would have been at LOSM, take that time to be with your family. And not just be with your family, but we have a few ideas of some things that you might be able to do. So here we go. Number one, we think it would be a great idea for families to have a dinner where you set some goals for the year. Not just your kiddos, but maybe even mom and dad as well. But every new year, fate brings some new challenges. And so it's always a great idea, just set some goals. Who do we want to be? What are some things we want to do in school? What are some things we want to do in our friendships? What are some things we want to do at church? Some sports teams, things like that. And just kind of set some real action steps. And then as parents, ask the question, how can I help you with this? How can I pray for you with this? Or what do you think might be some roadblocks that I can help you with? And just really get them to think through those. And then as the school year goes on, check back in with them. Check back in with them and ask them where they are on this. Ask them how things are going. And again, how can I help you with this? How can I pray for you with this? And also with these goals, not every goal is going to be met. Some of your kids for the first time may not make a team this year. Some of your kids for the first time may struggle, and there may be some other successes, things they've never done before. So I can't encourage you enough to be very, very generous with the high fives and the hugs. They need them all throughout the year, every day, to help encourage those goals along and understand that success and failure sometimes always come together. So start with that goal setting dinner. And Wednesday night might be the perfect time to do that. Another thing that we see a lot about is just those messages, sending those notes to your kiddos. We do what's called mirror messages with dry erase markers, and we go in and write messages to our kiddos, and it might be after they go to bed, or maybe after we haven't had the best day ever and they see it first thing in the morning. But one thing that might be helpful is if those are pre-written, because sometimes in the morning you're thinking, oh, I need to get a note in their lunchbox, and you don't have one written. Sometimes you can buy those, like Amazon, some stores have some cute little lunchbox notes. And we actually posted one on our Facebook a few weeks ago, and we can relink that one for you. But pre-write some of those, or just grab a piece of notebook paper and write them a note, or write it on their mirror, or put it on their steering wheel if they're already driving and they're up and out the door before you. Just a little note that is so powerful, that you are proud of them, that you are so glad that they are your child. Maybe a verse that's your prayer for them today. Maybe that you've noticed them going above and beyond, or thank you for unloading the dishwasher. I noticed that. So another thing that we recommend is finding a time throughout your day when your family is together to dump that technology. Technology is a great thing in education right now, but that means that our kids are on their phone all day long at school. They're using it for quizzes, they're using it for research, and it's great and it's wonderful and we love that. But when they get home, we need to make sure that our technology isn't replacing that conversation and adult conversation with their parents and someone that loves them and cares about them. And it's just as hard for us. I use my technology sometimes just to let my brain dump and just scroll through and see what's going on. But when we do that, we find that sometimes the evening is gone and we haven't had those intentional conversations with our kids, or just hung out. And maybe it seems kind of weird now saying just watch some TV or just doing something different, but when we're all hiding behind the screen of our phone, those conversations aren't happening, and kids are on their phones a lot during the school day for school purposes. So just remember that and think about maybe dumping some of that technology when you can. And then the next thing is finding a time to put the Word into your daily life. And we have lots of ways at Live Oak to help you with that. One is our weekly Bible reading plan. Those are a great, quick way for you to sit down with your family and read through it. And I know that schedules are crazy. Guys, we have a 9th grader, a 7th grader, and a pre-K-er. Our life is crazy. And so maybe they can be reading the Bible for you while you're cooking dinner. And I know that sounds crazy, like we want it to be intentional, and sometimes it's just hard. So release that pressure from yourself that it has to be our whole family sitting around the table and we're going to do this. Sometimes life just doesn't happen that way. So maybe set some small goals that we're going to do the reading plan together once a week. We're going to do the reading plan together on the way to school, and today it's your day to read. Or we're going to do it while I'm cooking dinner and while we're kind of waiting in between, and it's your day to read it. It doesn't always have to come from mom and dad. Empower your teens or your older elementary kiddos to be the one reading, being the one finding those verses. Another option that we have for you is Right Now Media, and Right Now Media has so many there's Bible studies you can do. They can be geared towards young adults. They can be geared towards marriages, anything that you want. And find something that maybe works for your family. And again, don't put the pressure on yourself to have to do it every day. We know life is crazy, and sometimes you may not even be getting in your quiet time, but just try to find one time throughout the week that your family can be intentionally in the Word together. And then the last thing that I have for you kind of was just an add-on in the wake of where we are in our world right now. Find a way for your children to specifically be praying for others. It is very easy in middle school and high school world to get very egocentric and very self-centered and self-focused. Find maybe during your goal setting dinner or just the time that you're all together, who is it that they can be praying for this year? Maybe a teacher, a kid struggling at school. Right now, there is a whole part of our state that would love to be going back to school. And then again, check in with your kid. How have you prayed for them? What is God telling you? Where are you? Or have you had time this week? Maybe we need to sit down and be praying for that. But I would just encourage your teenagers and your young adults to really think about who it is that needs to be prayed for in their world, and encourage them to do that, and just how powerful that is when we pray for others. So that's all we have for you. We hope that you guys have enjoyed getting back to school and enjoyed getting back to schedule. And we are for your family. We are for your kids. We just want so much greatness for your family. So let us know how we can partner with you. Feel free to reach out to us if you have any suggestions or need some help finding something specific for your family.